All right, we are here. Once again, thank you for joining What's Tea with MJ. It is great having you. So, we're just going to get to know you a little bit. I'll have a few questions for you if you have any questions for me. And if there is anything you would like to say at the end of it, you'll have your own space to do so. Let me know.
Okay.
All right, so we will go ahead and get started with just some brief intro. So tell me a little bit about you. How's life been going? How did you end up with your nickname? I think that's a really big question. It's kind of long, so I'll just be like Nixon. Just
Oh
say
yeah,
Nixon.
yeah.
But yeah, tell me about you. Tell me about where you're from, how you came up with your name, how you got into music. Tell me about you.
Okay, well, of course, my name is Young President Nixon. My name came from when I was in the military. People used to be like President Nixon because my last name Nixon. So that's where that came from. I'm from Atlanta, but I grew up here in Savannah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
So yeah, so I claim Savannah too.
okay, okay. How long you been living out there?
Since I was single digits, for real.
Okay. So you did elementary school, high school, you did all of that
Yeah,
up there.
yeah, because they didn't want us to go to school out there.
Mm, out in
In
Savannah.
Atlanta.
In
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
too
Okay.
fast. Too fast. Very fast.
That's facts. That's facts. Do you visit out here? Are you in the city a lot? What's your casual life look like?
I normally come to the city every month, but lately I've been just really just getting everything in order, getting ready
Okay.
for school. I
Oh,
shoot
school. What are you going to school
stuff,
for?
film and movie editing.
My degree is in mass communications.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Is this going to be your bachelor's you're getting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. I'm actually going back for my master's in January. This I start in January. So,
Fast. Yeah, me too.
okay. Love that. We love it. We love to see it. Okay, so we got our name from the military. Okay. If you had to describe your sound in one sentence, what would it be? How would you say it is?
Um, Soulful.
Mm. What are some of the topics you like to hit on in your music?
Basically like the struggle of surviving for real.
Mm, I like that.
That's
I
the
like
main
that.
thing.
I think that's relatable. When I listen to music, whether it's Megan, whether it's whoever, it's some I relate to. So I think that's gonna be I think that's what it is for everybody. Some
Yeah,
relatable.
for sure.
I love that. I love that. And who or what inspired your vibe?
My grandma.
Yes. Yes. We love a good family story. Love that. Good. As far as your grandma, how do you think that she did it? What were some of the things that she put on you that made you even go this far?
Um, Basically, whatever it is you want in life, just go after it. Like no matter what you're going through.
Yeah. Is she still a big part of your day to day?
Yeah.
We love representing. We love that. We love that. And are there, to your point of moving back and forth, do you think that you have any stories that shaped you? Stories that shaped you that were young, wild, funny, crazy, that you were like, you know what? That's the one right there. Like that kind of put it back on you. Do you have
I
anything
got
like that?
too many stories.
Too many stories. From Atlanta or Savannah?
Both.
Both. Now that's
Both.
crazy now because you just said you was in Savannah as a little kid now. That's crazy. Still, either way, it was wild.
I'm in Savannah now.
That right. But if you've been there since you was little and you got stories from both, then what was you doing out here? What was you doing in the Atlanta parts?
Some crazy stuff.
Some stuff that we don't even want to revisit
Some
no more.
stuff like, yeah, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. So we'll go a little bit into your music. So as far as your brand, your hustle, walk me through how your first break came about. I know you mentioned that you have known Deuce for a while. So how did all that kind of take place?
Um, to be honest, I think I had just dropped a video and he got like 30,000 views, and he hit me up like, "Hey, you want to come to the label?" And he just basically gave me the rundown of everything. And then it took me a couple days before I finally like decided on what I wanted to do, but I went through
Mm,
with it.
okay. And here we are 5 years later. I love that.
5 years later,
I love that. I love that. We're going to pause. Sorry about that.
you good?
I have a lot going on. Okay. We are good now. All right. So perfect. Okay, so you end up getting with him 5 years ago. The song that reached 30K, is that something that you still kind of do that vibe? Have you switched being with him? Is it different now? Like, what is that like?
Yeah, it's different now. I'm more so
Mm.
focused on just making the struggle music in general now.
Mm.
Like
What was your 30K view song about?
just being in the streets.
Mm. The young hype, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. That's fair. But now we growing. Now we becoming an artist. Now we doing some things. That's fair. That's fair. Um, when you decide to drop your tracks, is there any behind the scenes to it? What's your strategy? Do you wait on a certain period or time? Do you collect a bunch of music then go? Do you do it track by track? How do you do it?
Well, normally what I do is, cause I probably got like 200 or 300 songs, but what I do
Okay.
is whatever song I'm focusing on, I try to go
Mhm.
ahead and get the visuals to it. Yeah, I try to go ahead and get the visuals to it, and then of course you gotta have a marketing strategy, like
Mhm.
how you want to go about it. Somebody trying to follow me.
You fine.
Yeah, but you definitely need some money to put behind the marketing. Hold on 1 second.
No problem. We'll both go on hold. Give me 1 second. I am sorry about that once more. Okay.
You good?
All right. So, okay. So you have about 200 tracks and marketing team. And then what's next? After we get with the marketing team, do we go off of kind of what's going on in the vibes? What's going on?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah, it depends on what's going on at the time, like what's trending, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And you
Okay.
definitely want to have them visuals to whatever song it is you're trying to drop. For
That's the
sure.
one. That's the one. As far as having an image or a brand, how important is that for your personality?
Well, it's important. It's important for everybody,
I
depending
know that's
on.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because your image that explains a lot about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Perception is everything. You don't
That's
want to look like you ain't got it going on.
But you don't want to look too much like you got it
Yeah, you
going
don't want to
on. Then
look
you
too
can't
much
feel
like you got it.
relatable.
Yeah, facts.
That's facts. That's facts. And as far as your brand, how do you feel like you use that? Do you just kind of use your own story to reach the masses? How do you feel like you make your brand impressionable?
Mm, that's a tough one. I don't know. Because we already know looking the part, but your energy got to be on point too. Like,
Hmm.
you can't be talking about something and then when it's time to perform or something, you kind of scared. Like,
Yeah, that's
you know
fair.
what I'm saying? You got to be 100% behind it. Like a
Hmm.
movie actor, like Will Smith ain't going in the movie and not putting out no action.
That's fair. And if he not, we not watching it. That's fair. That
Hello.
is fair. That's fair. I like that. And then, as far as the music you do for your fan base, what kind of fan base do you have, and how did they inspire you to continue to do music?
Well, a lot of people relate to the struggle for sure. I got a lot of people telling me keep going.
Hmm.
Why I ain't putting out no music? But what I do a lot of the time behind the scenes, I'm a cameraman too, so I'm always filming
Hmm.
artists, doing photo shoots. I manage artists. I
Okay.
help get them clothing and you know what I'm saying, different stuff like that. Just help build them up.
Right, right. As you should. Because at the end of the day, you work with them, they work with you. Everybody win, everybody
It's a
network.
team effort.
It's all about networking at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So that's what we like to hear. Are there any collaborations you just have to do? You're just dying to make. It's on the top of your list. 2026 is coming. Anything like that?
Uh, BHM Peasy. He from Atlanta.
Okay.
Uh, who else? Schoolie. I fuck with
That's a good
Schoolie.
one.
I fuck with Schoolie hard. And Lil Tony. He
Okay.
from Atlanta too.
Okay. Okay. So we got some people that's accessible. We can
Mm-hmm.
move around, get some stuff
Yeah.
going. You heard it here first. What's Tea with MJ? We got some collabs on the way, 2026.
For sure, for sure.
Bad. Okay, now I'm gonna hold you to it. Has there ever been times where it has been hard to, or where you've had to make tough calls for your brand, as far as authentic struggles, being real resistant, as far as something maybe not coming through that you were looking for, a show not coming through, anytime where it felt like it wasn't worth it anymore?
Oh yeah. A couple times. Um, I was supposed to do a collab with Moneybag Yo and 42 Dub
Mm-hmm.
back in 2018.
Mm.
I ended up missing my flight to Miami, and then they ended up going somewhere. Yeah, it was crazy. It was all out the place. Like
No.
the management was horrible.
So this was before you was with Deuce.
Yeah. Matter of
Wow.
fact, I was originally gonna sign to Authentic Empire in Buckhead, Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
And so
booming.
they're the ones that
Yeah, they
kind of
messed up.
did a little sign.
Yeah, yeah. They showed me a
Oh.
lot, like as far as the industry, and I just ain't want to go through with it. I was like,
Yeah. Dang. And so are those some connections that you have still kept?
mm, kind of, but not for real, for real. Cause
Yeah.
they blackballed a lot of their artists.
Ah. As far as some of the people you were supposed to work with previously, like some of the big names mentioned, is that something that still you have been able to keep in contact with to work in the future, or?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
like Sauce Walker, Big Yavo, PG Raw,
Oh
Jay
yeah. Okay.
Green. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, good. So it wasn't all lost. You were still at least
yeah,
able to make that networking happen.
yeah.
Okay,
Facts.
good. Because I was about to say, dang,
Yeah,
that was tough if you didn't have anything else, anything else to hold on to.
yeah, for
Um,
real.
so beyond the music, outside of the music, what is your day-to-day motivation? I know you mentioned your grandma, but is there anything else that when you wake up that's the goal? That's what we're doing. This is why, and it's always going to be why.
It's all about making a plus one to your whatever you got going on,
Okay, period. I like
even if it's
that.
something small.
I like that. And that's fair because like you said, it's all about building on the last. It's brick by
Mhm.
brick, So that's we like that. We like that. What would be something that the fans would be surprised to know about you? Or something
I,
you would like to tell them?
my hustles, cause I do so much stuff. It's probably nothing I can't do for real.
Okay, run down the list. Give me the top 5 things you do. Go.
Top five. Me being a cameraman and an artist at the same time.
That is crazy.
Me being a travel barber.
Okay.
Me being in school,
You
and
did say that.
me being a dad for sure.
Yes. Okay, good. So we got an up and coming Nixon. That's
Yeah.
good. And how old is your baby?
They about to be 10, and then one of them finna be one.
Oh, what's T with MJ exclusive? I was with you with the 10. He lost me when he went back to 1.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Well, there you go. So you definitely have something. So that's why. That's why you out here doing it like that.
for real.
I get it. I get it. I understand. And if you could tell your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't listen to other people as far as experiencing stuff for yourself. Like
Mm,
everybody experience is always different. So just because something was hard for your dad or your mom, it might not be the same.
mm. Or it might not be as easy. It could work the other
Exactly.
way. Yeah. What's an
Exactly.
example of that you feel like if you could go back and change something, you would?
Um, if I could go back and change something, it would be me going to school earlier than what I did.
Mm, I feel that. I should have went to grad school a lot sooner than 10 years after I graduated
You
college.
see, feel me?
Yeah, so I feel that. I always get on myself like, dang, I wish I just would have did it, but yeah. But it's you have kids now. You can give them that advice and say, hey, look, I did this. I'm not saying it will or won't work. This is just the path
Mm-hmm.
that worked for me. Here you go. You know,
Feel me?
at least you can have those conversations because you did go through it. So good. We
Facts.
love that. We love that. Um, I know I kind of touched on this earlier, but as far as your current influences or people you look up to, who would that be? I know we mentioned your grandma, but maybe musically, who do you have that you look up to?
Bankroll Fresh, RIP Fresh,
Oh,
man.
R.I.P. Don't get me to crying on this show. R.I.P.
Yeah,
Fresh. Oh my
RIP
God.
Trent.
Yes. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to all
Quan.
the greats, man.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. I'm from Atlanta too, so that's
facts.
yeah. I definitely agree. Do you feel like the music that you do is kind of like how they did it, or do you think you just let it kind of flow through you as far as how they did it?
I think I let it flow through me as far as how they did it.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah, which is the best way to do it because you can still be authentic but have a baseline. And I think
mm-hmm.
that's the best way to do it, especially when you look up to someone. That's the best way to do it. I love
Facts.
that. Um, do you have if you've been on any tours or any shows, which I'm sure you have, do you have a crazy story you would like to share from any of them?
Yeah, actually, I remember when I was living in El Paso, Texas, we got invited to a show where the artist Black was on tour, and
Yeah.
when he got done doing his show, we was already backstage and stuff, so we got to meet him and stuff like that. And then he asked us like, "Do we know where the gas at?" And it just so happened to be like we had the
Well,
gas, and I was
yeah,
like,
now that you mention it.
"Yeah." So I was like, "Well, we finna have a smokers appreciation party." So bro was like, he finna come to the crib. So he actually pulled up to the crib on the sprinter, like all that, and stayed at the crib with us for like 4 to 5 hours, just blunts
Wow.
in rotation.
That is crazy. That actually
Mm-hmm.
is crazy
I
because
didn't even know
I
who
love
Bro
Black.
was till I seen his
You even know who
Instagram. I
he
was like, I didn't know who Bro was at first.
was? Screaming. Not you. Not he said follow me on Instagram and then you found out.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, hold on, bro.
What? Wait, before you leave, actually.
For
That
real.
is crazy. Is that someone you still keep in contact with every now and then?
I ain't talked to him in a minute because I got a
Okay.
new phone and all that, but
Yeah. But if y'all get on Instagram, then it's
oh
yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. That is funny. So you moving and grooving. You know a couple people.
yeah, for sure.
We love that. We love that. We love a networking king. We do. Okay. So what do you think you would be doing if you weren't making music?
If I wasn't making music, man, it's no telling with me for real.
I feel
It's no
that.
telling.
Okay, let me ask you this. What would you want to do if you weren't making music? What would be your
Um,
next full-time thing you would want to do?
if I wasn't making music, I would just manage artists because I love music.
Mm. So you would still be in it somehow, just maybe not
Yeah, I
on that
still
side.
be in around it. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I like that. I like that. All right. So, one song you can't stop playing right now. What you got for me?
Could it be my song or anybody's song?
Anybody song, your song, however you want to do it.
Uh, Can't Find It by Lil Pop.
Can't write that down. Write that down.
Yeah,
Write that down. Write that down.
yeah.
Can't find it by Little Papa. Okay. Okay. What's it about? Why are you so attracted to that song?
He basically just talking about like going through stuff and not meaning to be distant while going through stuff.
Mm, something that again we can all relate to. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's when you have messages like that, it reminds you, because sometimes you don't want to push people away, but you get wrapped up in, oh, I've been busy, I have the kids, I got this and I got that. And it's like, bro, I'm just trying to check on you. I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. And you don't even realize, like, oh, I'll call him back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call him back. I'll call him back. And that makes the other person feel a kind of way, but you're just busy. So it kind of reminds you, like, hey, reach out to your people still. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We like that. We like that. Um, what is your biggest pet peeve in the industry?
My biggest pet peeve, folks stealing other folks' music
Mm.
or
Mm.
sound.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Has that happened to you?
Nah, cause I switch it up all the time. You
I know
can't
that's
copy
right.
me. I'm
You
too
can't
hard to copy.
copy me.
I'm
I
copying
know
me.
that's right. That's fair. That's fair. Um, 3 words to describe 2026 for you.
Successful. Um, I'm definitely going after what I deserve. So I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know the proper term for that, but that
That perseverance.
and yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. All
locked
right.
in for sure. I'm locked in.
Okay. Like it. I like it. And I'm assuming every time you set a goal for yourself, it gets done. So I'm assuming you
Yeah,
won't have any trouble getting
yeah,
through those.
yeah. Ain't none of that.
Period. Period. Let's see. What should everyone check out from you next? Is it gonna be another track, an album, an EP, a collab, a movie? What you got lined up?
We got an EP on the way
Okay. Okay. When should we expect it?
by I say by St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. Okay. So we
Yeah,
got
so
we
ain't
got some
gonna be
building up to
long.
do.
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna drop some snippets in there somewhere on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be on the lookout. I'll
Right.
share. I'll repost. I got you.
Right. That's real.
Okay. All right. Where can people stay updated on you? What's your socials? How do you like to interact with people?
Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook.
TikTok.
That's really I barely use TikTok,
Ah,
but yeah,
No,
TikTok
I'm
too.
not on
Yeah.
TikTok, so I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So I know you mentioned that your page got hacked. What was that about?
Oh man, I was posting on my story and I put the N word on my story. Got back on it, couldn't log in.
Got to be more careful.
Come on, man. But they
Come
had already
on,
warned
man.
me like they warned me like twice before I did something. So,
Is this your first time you've gone through this with social media?
mm-hmm.
Really? When did it happen?
Uh, like 2 months ago.
Okay. Mm. Rebuilding. I'd be sick if I lost my Instagram, and I definitely don't have that many followers. So,
What?
yeah, I can't imagine. I cannot
Re-
imagine.
Rebuilding is a lot better though, because when you rebuild, folks gonna be more active with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
true.
have more interactions than what you had before.
That's very true. I'll give you that. That's for sure. So to the fans listening, what is something you would like to say to them right now? Floor's open. Anything you would like for them to know?
Man, whatever it is you trying to do it.
Do
Keep
it.
people out your ear. Keep
Ooh,
people out your business, and never tell the people around you your next move until you already got it in motion. For real, don't say nothing.
never tell the left hand what the right hand doing.
Come on, man.
As your grandma would say, as she
For
would
real.
say. That is what's up. Well, hey, we really, really appreciate you coming on the show. You're our second guest, so thank you for having us and being here with us. And this floor is yours. This platform is made for artists. There's anything ever going on, you want to get back on the show, tell us about something, talk to the audience, let me know. I got your back.
Thanks, I got you. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Of course, anytime. You enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk soon.
You too.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right.
Welcome to What's Tea with MJ. I'm your host, MJ. And here we have...
I'll just be here. I got opinions.
Yes. Okay. So today we're here to talk a little political, little topic. Nikki Vance. And it's had the internet in a little roar, if you will. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't really get into all of that because I'm still gonna do hot girl shit garbage. You know what I'm saying? I do think it's a little odd. A little odd. You know what I'm saying? I do think it's a little odd. But, you know what I'm saying? She could be great. You know, I don't know. I don't know. My degree is in mass communications. His degree is in this. So this is more his topic.
It's not really a political issue in a direct sense. More so it's an alignment, if you will, of her personal values that happen to coincide with, at least currently, with more right-leaning, more conservative values. For what it's worth, props to Nikki. It seems very opportunistic. Just given her history, there's a little bit of a rundown. Starting about 2015, she was more so on left-leaning side. That's liberal, Democrat. Excuse me. But there was a slippery slide. 2015. She started by saying, she thought Trump was entertaining, was hilarious in his presidential run, but thought he wasn't so much a great political candidate. Thought he had some ideas, but wasn't quite the guy for it, if that makes sense.
Let me end up here.
Hold on, I'm going to get there.
Okay. Because the wandering minds.
Then we fast forward to 2016, about October 2016.
9.5.
Sure, we'll go with that. She sent some shots at Melania twice, stating, if I remember the quote correctly, hopefully you don't get stuck with Melania in regards to her being the first lady. Essentially saying the previous first lady was more classy. That would be Mrs. Michelle Obama, first lady. In 2018, she started talking more about her views as an immigrant. As most of you may know, Nikki is Trinidadian. She's originally from Trinidad. Raised in New York, but she's Trinidadian. She moved to New York as a 5-year-old. Trump's policies at the time were very hardline against immigrants, especially Latinos, but all
in general, right?
So her stance was further left than his, if you will. But follow me here. In 2020,
okay,
while she still expressed disdain for his immigration policies, he refused to denounce MAGA as a whole, which is very important because the red hat folks was acting up at the time. I'm not going to rehash on everything that went on at that time. You were there, I was there, she was there, we were all there. We might not have noticed because we in Atlanta, it's like we don't play that here. But it was happening. Which further leads to 2021. 2021 was when they were kind of pushing the vaccine. I'm not getting into your views on vaccines, whether you're pro or against, that's whatever. But she was very much started pushing her ideology more toward the right because she said she would do her own research, which, let's be honest here. Let's be very honest here. Whenever people say they're doing their own research on medicine, they're Googling at best. You don't know what you're talking about when you Googling medicine that people take decades, 10, 20, 30 years to study the effects of. What's she saying? And that was kind of the call and response of a lot of right-leaning folks, a lot of conservatives, a lot of red hat folks. She even said,
what's she saying?
One of her cousins had swollen balls as a result of the vaccine. How would you know that? How would you know that? I know family tells people stuff.
How would you know?
But how did it come out to the family? Yo, I took the shot and my balls swelled.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to tell everybody about your side effects, I mean, that is kind of a crazy side effect. I would probably share something like that if I had like a swollen, like, I would probably get in a family group chat and just warn everybody. I can kind of see that.
That's one of them things that's so outrageous that you pause. Need proof. Because how else do you, and for what it's worth, I'm not discounting this man's experience, and all medications have side effects. Swollen balls, money. Swollen balls. Anyway, onward.
I tried.
2023, she kind of doubled down on her vaccination beliefs, which is cool. At that time, the intensity of COVID had kind of crested and fallen. That's just what it is. And so had a lot of people. I almost died too, so it's okay. I can make.
Right up, I'm like, bro.
I can make those still. But there was nothing really big there. But you could see her ideology more leaning toward the right with doubling down. Here's where it gets good.
Okay.
2025.
Last year.
Late 2025. So we only talking a couple months ago.
6 months ago.
Not even that far.
4 months ago.
Still too far back.
Yesterday.
Okay. In November 2025, she stated that she supported Trump regarding his stance on putting Nigeria on the watch list because of supposed anti-Christian violence that was occurring in the country. I'm not going to act like I kept up with the details. I will say this. Nigeria has a very heavily Christian population. If there was anti-Christian violence to that degree, it would require more than a couple blurbs that nobody had heard. And again, we in Atlanta, it's a lot of Nigerian Americans, even people you talk to in passing, the Igbo, Yoruba, what have you. We heard something that wasn't talked about. At the time, my neighbors were Nigerian. Shout out to y'all.
Okay.
Just last month, though, she stated, and I don't have the quote here, but I support and stand with President Trump completely. That was her statement. And she even doubled down on it by engaging in a back and forth with California Governor Gavin Newsom regarding his stance on trans children.
California government, and Florida government, I understand the news.
That's also when she ended up on the stage with Erica Kirk, the late Charlie Kirk's wife, for Turning Point USA, which gets to the point where she referred to Vice President J.D. Vance as an assassin. Wrong choice of words given the situation who she was with. But
that was crazy.
I believe it was in reference to his political acumen. Still be a wrong choice of words.
Like 1 billion words in the dictionary.
No shot. I love New York City. I got family up there. Don't come for me. But that gets to the point where Vance and she had a kind of Twitter back and forth, kind of bigging each other up, including the statement where, she was stating that because Black girls are beautiful, they don't have to put down white girls, which is a fair statement if you remove the context that that's not how it goes. Generally speaking, when Black people big each other up, we're not putting other people down. Unless you're a comedian, they be making jokes, it'd be funny. But in general, like, go Black woman, go Black man, go king, go queen. It's generally never a statement to put each other down. But
you also can't do that and then get on the stage with a white woman. Like, if you're gonna be with Charlie Kirk's wife, but you have those kind of, like, you can't. That's kind of wild. Like, you can't. I mean, you can feel both, but you can't really do both. You can't say that and then get on the stage with a white woman and hug her, and then that's.
I mean, saying hip hop traces isn't widely on one mic, and
Okay.
decided to try to be both. Shout out Nas, my favorite rapper. Yeah, but as you can see, there wasn't too much ado about Nikki and Vance. More so than them just bigging each other up, but it kind of belied Nikki's political allegiances as they've been sliding right over the past decade. And to that, I say she kind of always has been who she is. It's just now that the music, the entertainment value doesn't overshadow, other avenues of her communication are becoming more prevalent, and that's what we're paying attention to. So in that regard, we're just seeing how she really feels. And I'm not saying someone's beliefs can't change. I don't know what her experiences are, obviously. But such a drastic change, even over the period of a decade, isn't generally how people operate. So to that, I say, if you're a Nikki fan, that's your girl.
I'm screaming. I think that's where everything got lost in translation, because it's like I said at the beginning, like, I don't really care. But, it's a thing to be a barb. It's a thing to be a beehive. It's a thing to be a glow rider. Like, it's a thing to be a little monster, Lady Gaga. Like, it's a thing to be like these people's like backbone. And I'm gonna say obviously, but a lot of the barbs, went one way. And so when she pop out, like, they were like, I think it just felt like betrayal amongst her community, because, I mean, let's keep it 1,000 wowsin'. She been in the news. She been out there looking crazy. She been starting fights with everybody. It's been insane, especially in these last couple of years. Like, after she had her baby, it's been crazy. And the bar stayed tried and true. Okay, and they did their thing. And they stuck by her girl. And I just think that everybody felt kind of betrayed. Like when I went to work a couple days after she got on stage, everybody's like, oh, we don't claim her, we don't claim her. And these people from New York, we don't claim her. We done. It's over. We good. We broke up. So I think it's just more like, and she didn't get no hits. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of hauled off, started doing some stuff.
But to that point, I will say, did she not give hints, or were people not paying attention? Because he was. I hate the conversation separate the artist from the art from the artist, but everybody's a fan of Nicki Minaj. Nika Minaj is a whole person unto herself.
That's fair.
So, whatever her beliefs were, Nicki's beliefs didn't shine through her music. She made, for lack of a better term, pop music. Pop music is usually laden with political messages. It's about what's popular.
Yeah.
Pop. So, for everybody to feel betrayed when nothing she really did was hardline one way or another, I mean, that's you putting your beliefs onto somebody because you support them or because she's from where you're from. But we all know that one uncle who's like kind of behind the times. Like, he's from the same neighborhood you're from the same family. But if this was an episode of Boondocks, he would be Uncle Ruckus. Sorry, Ruckus.
I mean, and that's fair. I think, I just honestly think overall, we just put too much into it when it comes to celebrities. Like, I'm going to let my celebrity be great. And I may not support some of the things they do, but I'm not gonna like do that out loud, if that makes sense. Like, if they did, this is a great example. I don't want to mess with Chris Brown like that. Sorry, it won't be. That's all I got. So I'm not gonna go to this concert. I'll stream his music sometimes, but not a Chris Brown fan. I don't support. But I'm not gonna get under his post and be like, like, I'm just like, I don't know. It's just never been that deep. And it's a little different with the Barbs because
that's part of their identity.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so when Cardi and Nicki was happening, it was like the world was split in half. So I get it, but it's like, I've always viewed these people as just human. Mm-hmm. They just so happen to do other things that we aren't doing. And I get that technically they're like the representative, right? Like, okay, she's from New York, so she's like a representative of New York. Or she's the Sag, so she's like a representative of Sag. So it's like, I get it. But it's just like, these people are going to do what they just have a lot of money. So it's like...
That's an excellent point. Why are you deifying these people? Why are you putting them up on the pedestal?
Yeah.
Why are you making them greater than they are? When, quite honestly, let's keep it a buck. All they do is sing and dance. They make a lot of money doing it, and they're able to live extraordinary lives doing so. That's also leads to a point. They're going to go where the money is. Like, it takes a very principled person to stand on their principles, even when the money is going the opposite way. And quite honestly, if you're paying attention, the money is going to more right-leaning. I don't know the proper word there. And I'm not saying that she's doing that, but I am saying it's not lost on me that being right-leaning is what's making money now, and that's she's more brazen with her right-leaning ideology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's money.
Yeah. That's fair. And I mean, she don't really have a lot going on. What's this? You know what I'm saying? Like, throw this on there. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, it's all the same. That's like me not having a lot of money, but I changed political parties. Like, Or me having a lot of money, but I change political parties. Like, I'm entitled to do
You are entitled to do it. That's very
things.
simple. My counterpoint to that is very simply, by nature of her being a celebrity, she has a degree of influence.
Right.
And
No, yeah, for
and
sure.
even with having a bar, she has let's keep it above a pole. Oh. It's what it is. Like, please don't come for me. I don't have nothing. But I mean, it is what it is. So she has a degree of influence. Clearly, there's boundaries to that influence because I've heard rumblings. That's not my ministry, but I've heard rumblings of Barb's feelings away about this sudden turn. So, but even still, to your point, she's a person and should be able to do what she feels is right for her.
Yeah. I think if you're going to stay with your person, stay with your person. That's how I treat all my celebrities. That's why I'm not like, I don't bandwagon. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm from LA. I've been a Lakers fan. I'll never be nothing else. Like, they suck. They've been sucking. It's fine. Everything's fine. But I'm going to stick with my team. Like, I just feel like you stand with your person for the foundations they were. So when she came out and she was what, that's what you're sticking with, because that's what drew you to her. So you don't change it now because she's entitled to do whatever she do with her life. I don't agree with other celebrities and other things or other like influencers or whatever. You know, we watched Nickelodeon and that was full of, okay, Barney, get into it. But Barney,
I know what.
yeah.
That's terrible.
Exactly. Like, Subway, the Jared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, these are, like she said, these are influencers, right? So people start doing things that are odd for what we would consider odd, because we just here. Shit probably ain't odd. So it's like, you're either with your person or you're not. Now, like, let's take Subway, like the Jake, like, I don't expect nobody to be with him. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, no, that don't right. But I think like something like this, like, oh, I'm going to change political views, or I'm going to change religious views, or I'm going to change my parenting style. Not like beating somebody to death and nothing like that. But I mean, I'm gonna have 10 kids in the cabinet. I'm gonna have 51 kids. Like, to them, this is normal. So you're either with your person or you're not. Like, yeah, we start getting into violence or, you know, extortion. Like, we start getting into some bitty shit. That's a little bit. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you're with your person or you're not. I mean, views change. Ideologies change. Feelings change. She could have been like, white people, what's that? And then, you know, got up there with who's somebody that's like white? Like somebody that's like, hey, yo, who is that?
That's wrong.
She could have been like, forget black people. And then got up there with, now who's somebody that's super black? Michael Blackson.
That's just straight.
He did. My bad. That's all I think of. So I think it's just, I mean, you're either with your person or not. If it ain't getting too far deep where we harming people, you know, and other things that are personal views, I mean, it just is what it is. Like,
to circle back to a previous point, these people they're not gods. They're not above you in any way, except for maybe financially. I don't know, y'all might be living real well.
For sure, and we just don't know, eh? No.
Cousins.
Right.
I would say, while some of her rhetoric might be harmful, and it'd be unfortunate,
words though,
and if it affects some people negatively, that is unfortunate. But don't put her in her or any celebrity for that matter, celebrity, influence, anybody, on such a pedestal where they have that much effect on your life personally. You can't control how other people are affected by her words, actions, or anybody else's. But don't let it affect yours. Like, if you're a Barb, and you felt betrayed by Nikki, don't listen to her music for a couple of days. But don't also let that destroy your identity because your queen let you down. She doesn't owe you anything other than good music. Because that's what she does.
That's what she does. That's what she gets paid to do.
Exactly.
Everything else is just her living life and the camera is pop. That's it.
And her personal actions, if her personal actions cause you to no longer support, then so be it.
That's okay.
But it doesn't affect you in any way.
Like making her, well, I ain't gonna say we made her delete, but like her deleting her socials because of all like, that's too much. Like Kanye ran for whatever, and everybody was like, "Damn, he crazy," and they went on about their business. Like, what's the difference? Like, it's okay. It's fine, everybody. But anyway, that's all. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.